Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today you're going to learn how to make a responsive navbar using HTML and CSS. The above navbar is what we're going to achieve at the end of this video. So let's get right into it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a responsive navbar using HTML and CSS. So the first thing you should do is create two files, an index.html and a style.css. Now create those two files inside a project folder and open that folder using your code editor. I use Visual Studio Code, so I've opened it here. Now at the end of this video, if you want to get the code, the link is in the description. The link takes you to my GitHub and all the code will be available there. So this is basically the index.html and style.css. If I go to Chrome, this is it, an empty blank page with nothing on it. But if I come down here now, we're going to start adding code. So for people that use Visual Studio Code, the shortcut for having the HTML, should I say skeleton, is you press shift, then exclamation mark, and these two things will come out. Press enter on the first one and it's going to bring out all of these things without having to type them out. So I'm just going to come here and edit the title. I'm going to call it navbar tutorial. I'm going to say navbar tutorial. So the next thing I'll do is I will come to my body tag, and inside my body tag I'll create a header tag. So I'm just going to say header, and then inside my header tag I'm going to create a nav tag. So I'm going to say nav. Inside my nav tag, I am going to create a list using the ULLI method. So using this list, this is a list that is basically going to be in our nav tag. So the first thing I would say is UL, and I am going to give this UL a class of nav links. So I'm going to say class. I'm going to give it a class of nav links. So now that that's set up, we're just going to come and start creating our list items. So the first list item that I'm going to create is going to be called services. Now since these list items are supposed to be links that go somewhere because they are in the navbar, we're going to be putting an anchor tag there. So we'll first create a list item, which is li, and inside this list item we would create an anchor tag. We would say a href is equal to, inside we are going to just put hash because it's not really going anywhere. So the next thing I will do is inside the anchor tag we're going to put services. So that is our first list item. So I'm just going to copy that, Ctrl+C, and paste it 2 more times because we have 3 list items. So the second list item, I am going to rename it to projects. And for the third one, I am going to rename it to about us. So I'm going to change it to about us. So after doing that, we are going to create a button. And this button is going to say contact. So basically when they click the button, it's going to take them to a contact page. So I'm just going to first of all create an anchor tag, and inside the anchor tag a button is going to be inside. So I'm going to say a href, and as usual I'm going to put hash inside there, and inside this anchor tag I'm going to create a button tag. So the button tag is created. So I'm going to name this button contact. So this is basically everything that is going to be inside our HTML. If I come to the index.html page and reload it, we're going to see it doesn't look pretty at all. But when we start adding CSS, trust me, it's going to look beautiful. So now we've written all our HTML. So let's come to our style.css. So the first thing that I will do is I'm just going to style basically the whole body of the page. So I'm going to put asterisk, and I'm going to give the page a box sizing of border box sizing. I'm going to say border box. So after doing that, I'm going to give it a padding of 0 and a margin of 0. Okay, margin. Just give it a margin of 0. So after doing that, I'm just going to give it a background color. I want something on the darker blue side. So background color. So for the background color, I'm going to give it 2425 2A. So 2425 2A, yeah. Then my semicolon. So I think that is all I want for styling the whole body. So if I go to the HTML page and reload it, the background color should change to something on the darker blue side. Nothing happened. Telling me I have been reloading since, and I forgot to link my HTML to my CSS. So we're just going to link our HTML to our CSS. We're going to say link. We're going to say link rel style sheets. So style sheets. Then we're going to say href, and we're going to say ./style.css. So that should do the trick. If we come to the page now and we reload everything, the page should turn, the color of the page should change exactly. So now, yeah, it still doesn't look pretty. We're going to add more styling to everything now. So the next thing that we're going to style is we're going to style the text for the anchor tags and the button. So what I'm going to say is I'm just going to come down and say li, a, button. So we're about to style the text inside. So the first thing I will style is the font size. So I'm going to say font size. I'm going to give each of them a font size of 16 pixels. So I'm going to say 16px. Then after doing that, I'm going to give them a color of white. I'm going to say color white. So after giving them a color of white, I'm going to give them a text decoration of none. Text decoration. And I'm going to set that to none. So after doing that, let's just go back to our page and reload and see how it looks like. So as you can see, the color has changed, but we still have this underlined here. But I'm going to show you how to fix that. So after styling those things, we are going to move on to style the header here, because the header is the parent tag, is like the parent tag, and everything is inside this header container. So we're going to style it in our CSS. So I'm just going to say header, then do this. We're going to give it, this part is crucial and I need you to pay attention to this part. We're going to give it a display of flex, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, we'll say display flex. So after giving the display of flex, we're going to say justify contents, and for that I'm going to say space between. I'm going to put semicolon after that. So after saying justify content space between, I'm going to say align items center. Align items center, semicolon after that. Then after giving it align items, I'm just going to give it a padding also. I would say padding 30 pixels, and after syntax box I'm going to say 10%. After giving it a padding, I am going to give it a background color of black. GROUND, background color. I'm just giving it a background color of black. Yeah, that was background color black. So we've typed all this CSS, but we haven't actually reloaded the page to see how it looks like. So I'm going to go to my CSS right now to reload. So I'm going to go to my HTML page, and I'm going to reload it to see how everything looks like. So this is how everything looks like, but we still don't want this bullet points to be there. We're going to remove everything shortly. This is our button over here, and this is our LIS, our list. So our list items. So we're just going to add more code to make it look better. So the next thing that we are going to be styling is the nav links, and I'm going to give it a list style of none, because we don't want these bullet points to be there. So since we've given our UL class nav links, we're going to use it to style our list items to remove those bullet points. So we're going to say, since it's a class, we'll say dot nav links NKS, and we'll put our curly brackets. And we're going to say list style, and I'm going to set that to none. And if I go back to reload the page, let's go back and reload the page, you are going to see that those bullet points will disappear. It didn't disappear. My laptop is lagging. Yeah, so they have disappeared. Sorry for the delay, my laptop is lagging today. So now that they have disappeared, we are going to move on to style the next thing. We are going to style the list items themselves. So we are going to say nav links, and we'll say li, because we want to style the list items. So we're going to give them a display of inline block, and I'm going to show you what this inline block does. So we'll say display inline block. So what this inline block is going to do is that it's going to take each of these elements, each of these list items, and make them aligned on the same line. So it's going to be services here, projects here, and about us here on the same line. So but before I reload the page, I just want to add more styling to it. So after giving it a display of inline block, I'm going to give it a padding of 20 pixels. So I'm going to say padding is 20 pixels. So after giving it a padding of 20 pixels, I'm going to come down and I'm going to give it a background color of black. But before giving it a background color of black, I am just going to reload the page to show you how it looks like. So I'm going to reload this, and you would see what the inline block does. As you can see, all of them are aligned on the same line. But you've noticed that the array's black and we set the background color of the parent container, which was the header, to black. And we want them to be black, we don't want them to be different. So what we are going to do is that we're going to come back here and we're going to give them a background color of black. I would say background color, and I'm going to set that to black. So after setting it to black, we'll just come here and we'll reload the whole page. As usual, my laptop is lagging. Oh my god, it's very bad this time. So anyway, this whole area is going to turn black, but there's going to be a slight space in the middle, and I find that to be very, very cool. So I don't know why that isn't loading, but it's going to load eventually. So after giving it a background color of black, we're going to move on to style each of the links. So we want a situation where when you hover on any of them, they turn the color turns to Dodger blue. Now I am going to show you how to do that. It's like CSS animation. Yeah, as you can see, each of them, the background has turned blue, but the text itself, the background isn't black. So I'm just going to quickly go down and add that feature. So I'm going to say .nav links. I'm going to say LIA. Since we want the whole background to be black, that is, we want everything here to be black, we're just going to say background color, and we're going to set that to black. We'll say BLACK. So once we've done that and we go back to our page and reload it, everything will definitely turn black. But as usual, my laptop is hanging, so we're just going to come back to that later. Yeah, so now that we've styled the text, the next thing I need to do is we need to add that hover effect. So we're going to say .nav links LIA :hover. That is, when the links are hovered on, execute whatever code is inside the curly brackets. So we're going to say color Dodger blue. So what this means is that anytime we hover on the links, their colors are going to turn Dodger blue. So let's just hope this reloads. Yeah, so it has reloaded and you can see the space between everything is now black. So if we hover on each of them, the colors are meant to be Dodger blue. Let me reload again, and it's still not that Dodger blue. So let me check my code to see if it's correct. Yeah, my code is correct. Dodger, okay, DOD, it's supposed to be DODGER. Dodger blue, sorry, my bad. So if I come here and reload now, and we check hover on the links, my laptop is hanging again. Oh my god. So if you come here and hover on the links, oh, let's just go and style other things, because the way my laptop is hanging, it's annoying me. So after we've done that, we're now going to style the button. As you can see, the button here, it doesn't look good at all, so we're going to style that. So we're just going to style the button using the button tag. We're going to say button, and we'll give curly brackets, and we'll first give it a padding of 10 pixels. PADDING. We'll say padding is set to 10 pixels. Then after giving it a padding of 10 pixels, we're going to give it a border of none. I'm going to give it a border of none. Then after giving it a border of none, we're going to say cursor pointer, and then we'll say pointer. So, and after doing that, we'll give it a background color of Dodger blue. I would say Dodger blue. So now we style the button, and let's go back and refresh. I'm very sorry for all the lagging and everything. My computer seems to be slow. So as you can see, it's Dodger blue, and if we hover on each of the links, you can see the color changes. But we also want to add another feature. We want a feature where when we hover on the button, the background color changes to black, but the text changes to Dodger blue. So we're just going to do that now. We're going to say button colon hover, and after doing that, we will say background color changes to black, while the color of the text itself changes to Dodger blue. So if we now come to the page and reload everything, and we try to hover on this, we can see that it changes to Dodger blue and the background changes to black. But we don't want it to be so sudden, like the way it's changing is so sudden. So what do? We are going to add a transition. We would say transition is equal to 0.8 seconds or 0.8 second. So we'll do that, and then when we come back and reload our page, if we hover over it, you can see it takes a while before it changes. And if we hover over these ones, the color changes to Dodger blue. Now the moment of truth is to see if our page is responsive. Let's minimize, and as you can see, the whole page is responsive. As I increase it, the navigation, the nav bar also increases and reduces. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching my video. If you like this video, please don't forget to, if you like seeing content like this, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and the code is going to be in the description below. Thank you for watching my video, guys.